Hi, I just bought this EcoSmart hot water heater. It's a 6-gallon. They make 2, 4, and 6-gallon units. I got a special deal on this. I would have liked to have another 9-gallon unit. My 20-gallon tank is leaking now, and so I have that 20-gallon and a 9-gallon in series. This is going to be the primary tank, and so being 6 gallons versus 9 gallons, it's going to heat up very quickly. The makeup water will be the 9-gallon tank because the 20-gallon is leaking. That's coming out of the system. And this should give me a fairly fast response on the system. We have low water use, and so it's mainly to operate the dishwasher and take showers. And we used to exist on just a 10-gallon propane tank, and we did fine with that. And we've been, you know, living at the camp on solar water heating for several years now, and it's been quite successful. So this little unit, it's not bad looking. It's a plastic case. You know, it's from China. You get a Watts pressure relief valve. There's you can hook it from the wall if you want. And it does have an easy access cover on the bottom, which gets you towards all the electronics that you need to modify. It comes with these 4 feet, and I kind of suggest maybe if you can use it that way. The reason is this has no drain valve on it, and so when you want to leave for the winter and there's a freeze possibility, you basically have to disconnect the tank and turn it upside down to get the water out. So, you know, make it as handy as possible to do that. So as it comes with this, you know, 110 lead. The 6-gallon actually comes with is direct wire. It doesn't come with a plug or anything. I'm going to remove that, and I'm going to be putting a 4-wire cord, because my system takes 4 wires in order to operate the thermostats without damaging the contacts. So behind here there's 2 screws to remove that cord. There's a little terminal strip here, and right here there's a thermal overload switch. This opens up in case the other thermostat gets shorted and it just keeps providing a lot of heat. This will open up at about 170 degrees. There's a manual reset to get it back working again, but you have to go in there and physically change that. There's a little button you press. Now what they've done is they switched the hot and neutral line at the same. They switched the hot and neutral line, and I need all the switches just to be on the hot line. So for redundancy, it comes in with the red wire from over here. That stays on the switch, and the other red wire you move over to the other terminal, and then you make a jumper across these two. And so that puts the 2 switches in series, gives you some redundancy. It has LEDs in the front, and the nice thing about it is that I don't know how consistent they are in wiring, but I have these running now at just 12 volts, and so at 60 volts they should work pretty good. LEDs are polarity sensitive, so if somehow they change their wiring, they may not work. In normal operation, you'll see them either both on or both off, but it'll give you an idea of when it's heating. The thermostat goes from 50 to 140 degrees, so that gives you a nice little control when you're away to keep the tank from freezing, but you don't have to worry about it overheating or boiling away a lot of water. So as I said, this is a 4-wire. This blue wire is the neutral. You need to make some jumper to go to the other one, but I suggest, you know, you wire this blue neutral directly to the cord. The red one, that's the hot coming in. That would be your 60 volts. Now in my circuit that protects the switch contacts, you have to have a wire going right to the heater, the hot side of the heater. And so you can splice in that terminal. It's probably best to splice it up about here, and because these terminals will get hot, and this is silicone wire that'll keep the heat away. But that's what you need, 4 connections. There's a ground wire which goes to this screw right here. That'll be your 4th. So I'll explain this all, it's explained in my other videos, and I'll show this thing actually working in a couple days. But there are Bosch units. There's a lot of these small water tanks that you can buy, and I think they're ideal for some solar applications. They're rated at 120 volts, and they have a 1440 watt heating element, but in reality it's probably 1200 watts. They skimp on everything. But that'll give you 300 watts of solar at 60 volts, and that's about what I do now, and I'm pretty happy with just putting 300 watts in continuously through the day. That will heat things up quite substantially. So thanks for watching, and it's not a bad unit. It's from China. The tank has a 5-year warranty on it, but the tank's nothing special. I don't even think it's glass inside. So expect to be replacing these about every 6 years. But there's about 1 inch of insulation on the inside. This bottom is not insulated. Once you finish, I suggest you maybe throw in some bubble wrap or something to give it a little more insulation, at least on the sides. But those are the modifications that have to be made. So thanks for watching.